Hello there, and welcome to this playthrough. Welcome to this comparison of intermission screens for Doom 2 the way we remember it. Yep, so a bit of an odd one here. We've had a user that's got in touch with me on one of the videos saying that I missed out the text comparisons for the intermission screens. Apologies at the time, I didn't really know that they were actually changed and they were done from memory. So the user that contacted me is the person that wrote them. The username on Doomworld is Misty Leah. That's in the credits. So Misty Leah 19. Sorry. So I will go through these and compare their versions from memory with the original. I've extracted these from the WAD. I hope they are, correct here, but I've extracted them from the WAD, and I think I've also put the line breaks in just for consistency, just to see what's going on here. Okay, so the first text screen that we see, we have the original on the left and Misty Leah 19's version on the right. And I'll keep that consistent throughout these comparisons. So the original says we've entered deeply into the infested starport. I'm not going to do every line by line here, but the new version says you've wandered deeply into the infested starport. So we've wandered in instead of entered. No biggie. The original says something's wrong. The monster brought their own reality with them. Okay, and that's missed out in this one. So the original, we then go into an outpost of hell, a fortified zone. If you can get past it, we can go and penetrate the starbase and find the controlling switch which holds the Earth's population hostage. So that gives us our mission for why this in this kind of episode that what we need to do. In Misty Leah 19's, the version done from memory, we've gone to a bastion of hell. Actually, I like bastion more than outpost. That's cool. A fortified zone. Yep, so it's still fortified. The only way you can save the remaining humans of Earth is to blast your way through. You take your weapon in hand. This should be easy. So that's all completely different. That's been rewritten. I'm not sure where that's come from. This should be easy. That's quite a good ending there. I'm not sure where that one's come from, but yeah, cool. Let's compare screen number 2. So this one is a long one. This one I struggle with a lot, to be honest. I think there's a lot going on in this text screen. So you've won, compared with you did it. You won, so no biggie. I guess pretty similar. Your victory has enabled humankind to evacuate Earth and escape the nightmare. Now you are the only human left on the face of the planet. Then we get things like cannibal mutations, carnivorous aliens, and evil spirits are your only neighbors. You sit back and wait for death, content that you've saved your species. Okay. Whereas in the new version, they bring in the idea that we press the switch that holds the Earth's population hostage. Now, that should have been on the last one, and that's been brought into this one, I think. So it has been remembered, just placed in the wrong point of the wrong text screen there. So, yep, got a little bit muddled up. I can totally see how this happened. None of this is mocking, by the way. I would be making an absolute ton of mistakes if I got tasked with doing this. This is all excellent that the ideas are actually in there. Anyway, let's carry on. You sit back and sigh. Your only neighbors are now demonic creatures and converted humans. So the descriptions of your neighbors have changed a little bit. You're content with waiting for death, knowing that you saved humankind. Yeah, so again, similar ideas. In the original, we get Earth control beams down a message from space. Sensors have located the source of the alien invasion. It's in the heart of our home city. Slowly and painfully, we get up and return to the fray. So I've skipped a little bit out there from the original, but you get the idea. In the new version, in the memory version, we say, however, before you can let yourself enjoy your victory, a message comes crackling through from the ship you just set free. Again, I like that. I really like that. It's different. But I really like how the message comes crackling through. It adds a little bit of drama to it. So we found the point of the origin point of the demon invasion. It's in the heart of your hometown. So we're in a town instead of a city, but no biggie. You can make it there and stop this invasion. A little bit of extra stuff at the end. So the original ends with slowly and painfully you get up and return to the fray, whereas this one is with a heavy heart. You pick up your weapon and return to the fray. So again, really similar. I think over the first 2 text screens, if you ignore the fact that some, like essentially a sentence or two has gone from the first one to the second one in memory, that's really good. That's really impressive. Let's do the third one. This one should be a shorter one, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now we're at the corrupt heart of the city, surrounded by the corpses of your enemies. You see no way to destroy the creature's entryway on this side, so you clench your teeth and plunge through it. Okay, the new version. So if you wandered, so we wandered again. So we wandered deeply again. I think that's kind of coming from the first text screen, being repeated. Maybe a little bit of a misremembering, but it's interesting that wandered's come up twice. You've wandered deeply into the heart of the corrupted city. However, you don't see a way to close the portal on this side. You grit your teeth as you make your way into the portal. There has to be a way to close it on the other side. So yeah, we grit our teeth instead of clenching your teeth. I'm actually just super impressed that these details like gritting your teeth have actually been remembered there. I'd find that quite tough. And then the original ends with, there must be a way to close it on the other side. What do you care if you've got to go through hell to get it? And this one says, the new one says, what do you care if you got to go through hell to get to it? I think that's just a slight grammar mistake, but pretty much word for word there. Very impressive. Okay, so that one closed out really impressively. What have we got in screen 4? Apologies, I'm just messing this up. Okay, another big one. So we've killed the icon of sin here. I think this is where this one is. Yes. So the original says the horrendous visage of the biggest demon you've ever seen crumbles before you after you pump your rockets into his exposed brain. Whereas this one says the horrible visage of the icon. So it actually names the icon here of the icon crumbles before you as you pump the final rockets into its brain. Its tentacles flail about with its dying breath, destroying most of hell. Whereas the original shrivels up and dies, and its threshing limbs devastate untold miles of hell. So again, very similar. Generally gets the idea right, even if it's shorter and changed the odd word here and there. Again, really impressive. Sorry, excuse me. You've done it. The invasion is over. Earth is saved. Hell is a wreck. You wonder where bad folks will go when they die now. Wiping the sweat from your forehead, you begin the long trek back home. Rebuilding the Earth ought to be a lot more fun than ruining it was. Whereas now we've got, it actually opens next with wondering where the bad people go when they die. Again, that's really good. It's almost word for word, even if it's changed order. You climb back up out of the pit of hell and look upon the devastation on your planet. You guess you better call the humans that are left back down to Earth. I think that's all additional stuff. I'm not sure where that's gone. You figure fixing Earth will be a hell of a lot more fun than ruining it was. Yeah, so that's really accurate, that closing section. Let's check out, I think it's secret maps next, isn't it? So, original says, congratulations, you found the secret level. Looks like it's been built by humans rather than demons. You wonder who the inmates of this corner of hell will be. Okay, whereas in the remembered version, congratulations, you found the secret level. Very similar, but something seems wrong. This corner of hell seems different somehow, like it wasn't built by demons. Just who the hell are the denizens here? Okay, so that's, and why does it seem so familiar? Okay, that's a lot more intriguing, actually. It really builds up the tension a lot better. Generally, Misty Lear 19, I prefer your version there. And number 6, this one should be super short. Okay, so the original says, congratulations, you found the super secret level. The new one is, congratulations, you found the super secret level. Slight difference there with exclamation mark and it being 2 sentences, but now I'm being very picky. You'd better blaze through this one. You better blaze through this one. Yeah, so pretty much apart from, side by side, they're a little bit different, but that's pretty much identical to the original. So, yep, that's the comparisons. I thought that could be an interesting way just to close out the Megawad. Really well done there, Misty Lear 19. That's 10 times better than I could even imagine doing. So, yeah, congrats on all of the text intermission screens. Well done. I will just release a few details about the next playthrough are going to be doing. So it's going to be a shorter playthrough. Playing these maps has been fun, but I think something I realized is I'm actually craving new content whilst doing them, because whilst the maps from memory are new technically, I feel like I know my way around them, and it's going through the same levels that I've played lots of times. The interest in this Megawad we are just completing now is comparing, whereas I'm craving something new next. So I'm going to be doing an 8 map WAD, which will be focusing on an adventure through Egyptian settings. So that will be played blind, just like normal. I look forward to showing you that one in the next video. So yeah, thank you for watching this playthrough, and goodbye.